Hey baby blossoms and titans, what's going on? It's me Vasori today. So I've decided to do a little spell work Sunday. You guys know that on Sundays I usually post a lot of videos on different types of spell work, how to do it, the materials you will need, everything you need to do some spell work. So I am doing an impromptu video on when to perform your spell and why. Why I'm doing this is because it's so close to the full strawberry super moon that is going to be happening on this Tuesday, June 14th. So I just decided to do a video on performing your spell, because this is the time. At this moment, we are 2 days before the full peak of the moon. So I'm thinking to myself, let's talk about how to perform these spells. You should be now writing down the spells that you want to perform, what you want to release, what you want to pull in. What do you want to do? Some candle work? Do you want to do some jars? Do you want to do poppet dolls, any bags? Everything you need to be having a set magical thing that you're doing for whatever moon cycle or the phase of the moon it is in. And this one here is big, guys. Okay, very, very big. Let's talk about performing your spell and when to perform your spell. Now, spells require thought, preparation, and an understanding of the proper approach, which will allow you to spark the magic in which you will be invoking. An organized keyword, organized ritual is a successful ritual. Organized ritual is a successful ritual. Working with the elements of nature, timing, and certain configurations put us in sync with the universal life force energy. The wise spellcaster, the wise hoodooist, the wise witch, the wise warlock, whatever you call yourself, waits until everything is in order and does not rush the natural flow of energy that moves like a current in the unseen. You're going to harmonize yourself with these details, and then you will experience the curious and mystic properties that they conjure up for you. You're going to act proficiently in your effects, and you will be rewarded with the results of a task well done. All right. So when to perform your spell, that's what we're talking about now. So when do you perform your spell? When do you particularly perform your spell? For me, I perform my spells on the day of, the peak of the moon cycle, which is going to be Tuesday. I do that because I just want the full energy of the moon. Now, 2 days before, I'm preparing for whatever the ritual I'm going to be setting forth. I prepare. So I'm cleaning my house. I'm writing down, I'm looking for spells. I'm getting my grimoire. I'm getting everything, or every material and ingredient, every herb, every oil together to know what spell that I'm going to do on that phase of the moon that's at 100%, the day of the peak of the activity. That is how I work. Now, day of, spiritual bath, house is already clean because I've been doing that the 2 days prior. I know the spell, I put everything out. I know if any spells that I need to do for clients, I already have that together. And then I also work on me as well. I don't just sit around and do spells for others and don't do any for myself. That's not how I operate. I do it all. And that day of the peak of the full moon is when everything comes alive, when all the magic and everything happens. Okay, petitions written out, everything is done. Now, when to perform your spell for you, if this is it. When conducting any type of spell, you're going to use the phases of the moon to set the pace. Okay? It just all depends on the phase of the moon or what the spell is calling for. Now, you need to be patient and wait for the proper phase, or you may not get the results or the full effect of the results that you seek. Now, what I'm going to do now is I wrote down some notes of different phases of the moon that we're going to talk about. And the first one is the new moon, okay? Even though the full moon is June 14th, this Tuesday, usually most casters work their magic on the new moon as well as the full moon, okay? But there are so many different phases to perform work on. We're going to first talk about, well, you have the new moon, the waxing moon, the full moon, the waning moon, as well as the dark moon. Now, let's talk about the new moon quickly, okay? So the new moon is a phase of the moon, and it's sometimes called the crescent moon. When you can see the very first sliver of light in the sky from the focus of the moon. This phase promotes new beginnings, new endeavors, new relationships, okay? New. It is a time for making positive changes, looking for fresh career opportunities, and planting seeds of abundance that will be harvested for later. That is a new moon phase. And most of my ritual videos or my spell videos that I give you videos as spells to perform, and I tell you usually what phase of the moon is best to work the particular spell and what day as well. So when you look at my ritual videos, please pay attention to me saying when is the best time to do particular or said spell that I am giving you at that time, okay? Next, we're going to talk about waxing, W-A-X-I-N-G, waxing. And in this phase, the moon appears to be growing in size. It's shifting from new to full, as though it's getting bigger, right? The sliver, the white, is getting bigger, and it is gaining strength. And this is a good time to focus on increasing things of your own, your knowledge, your bank accounts, your relationships, everything to do with increase. It's a time to think about if you want to get pregnant, you're trying to get pregnant, you and your partner, or you want to have a baby, to increase communications of all types with your partner, with your business partner, with your family, with your friends. This can be whether for business and or for pleasure. And it's also a great time to deal with legal matters if you want financial gain. This phase also promotes healing as well, so waxing, okay? Next, we're going to talk about the full moon phase. Now, this is the moon cycle that's coming up on June 14th, the full moon. And this moon is the most powerful phase. When we see our entire illuminated face of the moon, that's when you see the entire illuminated face of Mother Moon, of Goddess Moon. That is when you see it during the full moon's phase, which makes it the most powerful moon that it is. This is a time of fulfillment, activity, increased psychic ability, for perfecting ideas, like getting your act together, celebrations, renewing commitments to people or projects. This is the best time for any spells of any kind. Also, shadow work and releasing work. Full moon phase. This is the best time, guys. Next, we're going to talk about the waning moon. W-A-N-I-N-G, and the waning moon is the moon is decreasing in size from the full moon that's going back towards the new moon phase, and it is a journey from full to back to dark. Okay, the waning moon is a time of decrease, of release, letting go, and of completion. An excellent time to begin dieting, breaking bad habits, releasing soul ties, focusing on traumas, breaking off relationships, or dealing with legal matters. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the dark moon. Okay? So the dark moon, this is the 2 or 3 days when the moon is not visible in the sky at all, when you can't see the moon at all. Now, when you can't see the moon, it does not, I used to think that the moon gone. No, it's just you can't see it, but it is there. So this is called the dark moon. Now, the dark moon and the new moon are often considered the same phase, but for our purposes, we're going to separate the two. So I can let you learn about the two of the different phases from the dark moon to the new moon. Okay? Now, the dark moon, if you look at a calendar, it's usually indicated by a black spot on your calendar. That is what gives you the phase of the dark moon. It's letting you know it's not a new moon, it's a dark moon. However, the dark moon occurs on the day it is marked, as well as one day before and one day after it is marked on the calendar. Now, this is a good time for discarding things in your life you do not want, bad habits, bad things, getting rid of, cleaning out, contemplating and thinking about what you have already accomplished in your life and what you want to accomplish in the future. Journaling is great during this time as well. An excellent cycle to find time for yourself. If you're so inclined, an ideal time, it will be an ideal time for seclusion. Pulling back from everything. Going over your life, going over your goals, going over things that you foresee for yourself in the near future. This is a great time during the dark moon. Okay, so those are some tips to what kind of magical workings you can perform during moon phases. So I gave you the new moon, I gave you waxing, I gave you full, I gave you the waning, as well as the dark moon. Okay, I am a moon witch for sure. Okay, eclectic moon witch. I love to work my magic the best. Anything that I'm doing is during the moon time. Okay, the moon time meaning outside at night. That's when I perform a lot of my rituals as well as my spells up under the moon. Now, I do have 2 rituals coming up. This full moon, I'm working on a couple of clients' candles and spell jars. So, okay, I just got a message. Sorry, guys. Making some client spell jars. But if you are inclined to, if you could go to my site, visionsbyvasori.com, and on, get you the right date, y'all. I have a couple of rituals that, let me go to active, that I have uploaded. First one is the new moon in Cancer ritual. I'm sorry, new moon in Cancer, can't talk today, ritual. This is a career for ritual for you that I'm doing on June 28th. And this is a 7-day candle ritual. And the moon, this will be during the new moon on June 28th. It's a perfect time for getting your career or business on the right path. Whether it's to move up, get another position, get your boss off your back, or bring in some money. If you have been thinking about making career or business moves, the energy will be high during that time. And that will be a perfect time to get in on this ritual that I'm doing on my altar for you. As well as I'm offering a correlation candle ritual. And this here will be performed on June 24th. Okay. With my correlation candle ritual, it is to improve connections and bonds between two persons as well. So you're going to have two people in here, you and your target. Okay. Now, the correlation candle ritual service is to improve the communication between you and that person. And this service will help to strengthen bonds between loved ones or those who you work with on a day-to-day basis and allow better communication and flow of energy. Now, if you go into the, I named it correlation. Correlation means a mutual relationship or connection between two or more things. And that's what I want to pull in during that time on June 24th. You can do it for couples, siblings, parents, children, relationships, co-workers, business partners, friendships, hell, self to self, you to you ritual. Okay? All the instructions are listed on my site. If you want to go and look at this ritual or at least subscribe to this ritual that's happening, those two, go to www.visionsbyvasori.com and they will be available for purchase on there. All right, guys. So that is the end of this particular video. I'm coming back today with a couple of videos because I got time today. I have enough time. I love to tutor. I love to teach about this thing in the occult. And that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you all that I got. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel, guys. Please. It's just the energy for me. If you love and enjoy my energy, do so. Please do not forget to click that notification bell so you'll know when I'm uploading new content. And if you need anything, please feel free to go to my store for all your spiritual needs. That's www.visionsbyvasori.com. As well as if you have anything that you would want to talk to me about, I do offer mentoring as well as work for others, depending on what it is. If you would like to talk to me, send me a message, respectful, in my space. And you can go to my site or you can send it to visionsbyvasori@gmail.com. And I'll be back, guys, with another video. I want you guys to have an amazing, amazing day. Many blessings. Bye, y'all.